What is up, guys? This is Matt from Matt's California Fireworks, and today I'm going to show you what I picked up today from Freedom. This is the last of my 4th of July fireworks pickups. Freedom is basically TNT with a different name. In fact, that's exactly what they are. And at Freedom, there's usually discounts on some of this stuff, and there's also some unique stuff that you can't get otherwise. That was primarily what I picked up. Now, there are a couple of items in here that are actually not carrying Freedom branding, that are just TNT branding. So, like one of them, for example, I think they just discontinued from TNT and literally just gave them over to Freedom and said, okay, here they are. But anyways, we're going to start small and work our way up. We're not going to have small stuff for long. First up, you knew I was going to get these eventually. We got ground bloom flowers. 2 6-packs from Freedom, 4th of July staple. They don't last that long, but you know, you got to have these. And Freedom has about as good of a deal as anywhere on these. You get these 2 packs for $4.96. TNT gives you 2 packs for $10. You heard that right, $10 for this. It's insane. And then Phantom just gives you the 6-pack for $3.99. But considering I'm fine buying 2, I spent the extra buck and just got these from Freedom. So, happy I got these. Next up, that was the last of our novelties. I didn't pick up any crackling balls or whips because I already have a pack of those. But next up, we have another BOGO item. 2 short stacks. They didn't have these last year. I was trying to get these last year. These are basically a slightly altered version of Purple Rain, in that one of the staging on one of them is flipped, but $7.96 for the 2 of these. They're way cheaper than Purple Rain and way cheaper than Moon Dance at Phantom. And yeah, so we're gonna try out these, and that's it for my small fountains, to be honest with you. The next stuff I have is all medium to large, so we're gonna do this one next. I got the camera Smile. I've heard that this is not that spectacular of a fountain, but you know what? It's it seems like they're getting rid of it. It doesn't sell well, so they sent these over to Freedom, and you know, this is the only place you can get them. This part kind of flashes, so I'm interested to see how it is, but I'm not expecting that much out of it. This was $18.73. Now we're starting to get into California pricing. The next item we're going to show here is the first repeat from last year. And in fact, the only thing that I grabbed from them again this year, Livewire. Admittedly, there's a part, you know, the only reason I grabbed this pretty much is because it'll be like the only fountain I have other than Piccolo Pete's with a whistle. So, and another reason I grabbed this is actually because I really just like this artwork. So I plan to just kind of unpeel this wrap and take it off and save it. And this fountain's all right. It lasts about 3 minutes. It doesn't do anything that special, but it's 3 minutes with whistles, and whistles are kind of hard to get nowadays. Next up, we got one that I am surprised at how heavy it is. I actually got to grab it down near the bottom. Happy Trolls. This isn't as popular as it once was because the price has gone up a bunch on it, but it's flying fish and heavy crackle, so I decided to grab it. It was $21.21. Better deal on this. I mean, this is about equivalent to the size of a Wild Side at TNT, in my opinion. Maybe the Wild Side's a little bigger, but it's a big fountain for 20 bucks. I mean, this, see, my hand barely fits on it. So I'm excited to try this one. I really like fountains with flying fish, and this one has some good color on it. The next one is another TNT branded item, but one that you've never been able to find at TNT Sands in California. It is Guiding Light, this big, huge thing. This is at Phantom this year for $50, and I ended up getting this one for $31.50. I'm pretty sure it's basically just an exact rewrap. I think the only difference between the window lighthouse is that it's kind of, well, it's got the, you can see the holes on the window lighthouse. They're in here, so hopefully they burn through. But otherwise, I mean, it says on this side that the lighthouse does flash. So I'm assuming that it'll flash, but to be honest with you, I really only bought it because it seems to have just an insane crackle. This one doesn't exactly sit up completely upright, which happened last year with a couple of my Freedom fountains, but as long as it works, we'll be okay. And the last one we got, which is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be my grand finale this year. This is another one that takes a lot of strength and hand to grab. Majestic Mama. I think pretty much everybody knows what this does. This is a rewrap of Living the Dream by TNT. It's not that much cheaper. It's about $1.50 cheaper at Freedom. I think like $2 or something like that. I think it's $59.99 at TNT, and I paid $57 for this one at Freedom. So it's the same thing as Living the Dream, but I kind of like the artwork on this one better. I think it looks cooler, but they do the same thing. So I think this is going to be my finale this year. It's just going to be Giant Crackle. It's basically a longer retro, to be honest with you. I've heard this one doesn't shoot up as high as retro, but that's okay. It's super powerful crackle and stuff. Sure to be fun to watch. And this thing's, I mean, it's not nearly as big as the Centennial XL I got from TNT, but it's a big fountain. Anyways, that's about it, guys. And the full stash will be revealed tomorrow. So, see you later. Bye.